His name was Tempter, a shadow draped in human form. His presence was both alluring and sinister. I remember him very well because he and I were close companions in the days when I chased every indulgence without any restraint. I was young, reckless, and eager to taste all that life had to offer. Drinking, gambling, lust, and greed. Nothing was off limits for me. He found me when I was at my weakest, though I didn't see it that way then. He appeared as a friend, a guide, someone who whispered that life was meant for pleasure, and there was nothing else better to go after. At first I welcomed his influence. He taught me how to drink without care, gamble without fear, and speak without truth. He showed me the thrill of indulgence, the rush of chasing desire. I never asked where he came from, or who the others were that surrounded him, those familiar strangers who urged me further down the path. I was too consumed by the moment to question the cost. With every reckless night came consequences I refused to see. Friendships crumbled under the weight of my selfishness. Trust, once given freely, was now a distant memory, replaced by suspicion and regret. Money slipped through my fingers like water, spent on fleeting highs that never satisfied. My body grew weary, sickened by the poisons I poured into it. Yet I ignored the warning signs. Relationships shattered, lovers turned to strangers, family to mere voices of disapproval I no longer heeded. I lied, I stole, I betrayed, all in the name of the hunger that ruled me. And still, I chased the illusion of freedom, too blind to see the cage closing around me. But pleasure soon turned to hunger, and hunger became chains. The more I indulged, the emptier I became. I saw it in my own eyes that once sparkled, now dulled with shadows. Every choice I made left a mark on my soul, though I pretended not to notice. And still, he smiled. "This is freedom," he whispered, though the word tasted like poison. I was drowning but did not know it, sinking into the pit he had led me to, until the day I had nothing left. No joy, no peace, just a hollow craving that would never be filled. I crumbled under the weight of my own choices, and for the first time, I saw the truth. I was not free. I was a slave to my own desires. I cried out, not to him, not to the empty promises he had made, but to someone greater. A whisper broke through the darkness, a voice unlike any I had ever known. "Resist the devil, and he will flee from you." I felt a shift immediately. The grip that had held me so tightly began to loosen. I had fallen deep, but I had not been abandoned. Another voice echoed in my heart, reminding me, "No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. And God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it." Light flooded the space around me, piercing through the darkness. The tempter reeled back, his smile twisting into a snarl. He shrieked, his form flickering like a dying flame, unable to withstand the presence of something greater. And then he was gone. I fell to my knees, gasping for air. My soul no longer weighed down. The battle was not over. I knew that. Temptation would come again, but I was not alone. For the first time, I understood. I was never meant to fight this battle by myself. I whispered a name, the only name that had power over the shadows, and peace washed over me like a river